Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's first game matchup. This one between the 6th place Polar Bears. They come in tonight 1 and 5 overall. They'll be in the white and dark brown jerseys on the right. To the left is going to be the Zomponies. They sit 3 and 4 overall. And a 4th plate coming here into this last and final week. Final regular season games are going to be played on Tuesday night. Getting to check and see here who is playing that last weekend. That last weekend of play looks like it's going to be the Firestorm and the Polar Bears set to face off for a 8:15 puck drop on Tuesday, November 15th, followed by the Guppies and the Mighty Ducks for a 9:45 puck drop. Here tonight in game number 2, it's going to be the Whalers. They'll be going up against the Mighty Ducks. That's going to be a big matchup there for the Whalers. The Mighty Ducks have all but clinched first place here in this first lower season. Taking a look at the standings here going into tonight. There's 2 teams not in action, one of those being the Firestorm. That sits at the bottom of the leaderboard, currently tied with the Polar Bears. So this could be a make or break game here for the Polar Bears and try and get their way out of last place. The Ducks sit on top here so far. They sit with a 6-0 record through 6 games played. They have 12 points. Win counts for 2 points here in PHA. Team right behind them has played 1 more game, sits with a 5-1 record. That puts them 1 point behind first. Once again, they are not playing here tonight, so the Ducks have a chance to all but clinch that first place. Hamilton sits behind them in third, 4 and 3 overall, 8 points on the season. Behind them are the Zomponies. Once again, 3 and 4 record for 6 points. Polar Bears behind them, and then the Firestorm rounds things up. 2 minutes ago here in warm-up, so while we have a minute, let's go over some of the key players to watch out for here tonight. Starting off for the Polar Bears, it's going to be John Indry. He has 4 goals on the season. To his right, number 13, that's of Adam Little, has 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points on the season. Then Gus Anderson has 3 goals on the season as well. For the Zomponies, a little bit of a different story here with a lot more spread out, if you will. Brian Vestal and Goldberg both knotted up with 3 goals and assists each. That puts them in a tie for first in points on the team with 4. Bailey's right behind him, 2 goals and assists, alongside Jason Hicks, who has 3 goals on the season. The 2 netminders here tonight, that's going to be Nick Rowe for the team in orange. As for the Zomponies, it's going to be Jody Hines, 20 goals against with a 3.33 goal against average. As for Rowe, he's given up 22 for a 3.67 goal against average. Just under a minute here until opening puck drop, so I'll take a quick break here. I'll be back here for opening puck drop between the Polar Bears and the Zomponies. Coming back here into the start of period number 1. Here between the Polar Bears and the Zomponies. Battle of 4th and 6th on the season thus far. Coming into the last week of play. Playoff starting this coming Sunday. And not all the seeds are set. Taking the draw here is going to be between Jason Hicks and of Jack Layer. Layer able to win the opening faceoff back. A little deep in his own defensive zone. Nearly throws a turnover over to Jason Hicks, who's looking to get his 4th goal of the season. Comes up high from Myers. Has Adam Little down low as Myers is going to take it herself right through the neutral zone. Working to get away from Goldberg. Gonna drop it behind the back of the net. Back over for Little. Little has 1 goal in the season. He has 4 assists. That was one of the guys I was mentioning right before the opening puck drop that you're going to have to keep an eye out on. One with the most experience of McCumber works it forward over for Layer as it goes up high just out of the reach of 2 of Caroline Detrolio. She has 1 goal in the season. That's going to be just 1 shy of the fellow girl on the Polar Bears, that being a Mallory Myers, who has 2 goals on the season. That was just played offside, so we'll have our first line change coming up. Looks like we're going to have a full sail line change from both sides. Just over a minute gone here into the first period. For those just tuning in here to PHA. Woo! The ice is slippery right there in front of the Zomponies bench. Appears that he's okay, so we'll move forward. That would have been number 16 of Joe Strasser. Nearly had a chance for an assist in his last game. Just came up short. So he's still looking to get his first point on the season. Goldberg trying to work it forward for DeValk. DeValk has 1 goal in the season himself. Almost in the sense of him trying to trail it down here. Won't do it here as he puts this one right past Nick Rowe. Gets an early goal here. 18-10 to go here in the first period. Okay. That's his 2nd goal of the season. As I was just mentioning, this is a lower league of hockey. There's quite a few that definitely are out of this lower sea level that have come down to try and just help teach a lot of these guys learn how to play hockey. Some of those being Michael Bailey, who's 22 for the Zomponies, who you can see right there at the blue line. Some of those others include Evan Goldberg. He's the captain for the Zomponies, alongside Seth Crowell. As for Crowell, he has 11 goals on the season, as that shot just came wide from McGovern. Kuhn trying to get a centering feed as it will come all the way out to the point. Crowell ends up falling down and hitting the ice. McGovern trying to fire that one home. Had it on the short side, but as of Hines, he able to keep that one out of the back of the net. Crowell from his own zone has Bailey in front of him. Has Strasser to his left. Just about played in offsides as here comes Crowell. Took it from his defensive zone, trying to get a shot over for Bailey. And has since passed it down to this front door, but Wells able to pick up that change and take it right back the other way. Also 2 assists on the season, looking to get his first goal. As Crowell, the defenseman, but acting more of a center. Able to dump this one right out of danger. From the center right line, he'll just dump it down and deep and go off for a line change. Hicks able to keep it in the zone for now from the left circles. Schroeder working it out, got a centering feed down low for Schneider. From the blue line, has 1 to his left. Shot goes high right down in front of the netminder of Hines. It caught him up high. And the rebound came right down in between his skates. Had no idea of where that one went, but luckily there for the Zomponies, nobody was there to just tap that one home. Working it forward for Beck, able to get a stick to it, but couldn't hold on to it. So Morgan will take it in from the blue line. Skating in from the left circle, a shot goes wide. Hines may have got a piece of it. Would have been wide nonetheless. Back up to the neutral zone, trying to drop it back over for Beck. This would between either him or looking for Jason Hicks. If that's going to go back down length of the ice, won't be an icing. The Vault taking it behind the net, being pressured by one of 86 of Nate Morgan. Has 1 goal on the season, has a chance now here, but not able to hold on to the blue line. As Jason Hicks will take it into the attacking zone, having to beat McCumber. Has played for 60-plus seasons. As it's right back into the feet of Hicks, trying to get a centering feed. The shot is going to be covered up and now cleared. I thought that Nick Rowe had that one covered. He's already given up 1 so far in the night. That came off the stick of Kevin DeValk, as that's going to be played offsides right at the 14:50 mark of this first period. Shots on goal all knotted up at 2 apiece. With the face-off here, the Polar Bears are able to win it back. Now they're trying to chip it out past the blue line, but Breeze just not able to hold on to that blue line, having to wait to retouch back in on sides. As Kaufman Moore was applying the forward check. Able to get a turnover there for DeValk. He's scored 1 goal so far in the season, on tonight that is. That being his 2nd goal of the season. Drops it down low for Kaufman, for apologies there, that was Breeze. Trying to get a centering feed. Instead, it comes out right back the other way for Layer. Looking for his 1st goal of the season, taking it down low. James applying the back check. And that's going to go off the side of the cage. Able to keep that out was Jody Hines. Stuck in the skates of a few. Back behind the net. Comes out top. Once again for Layer. To the point. McCumber fires one in. Goes off the skate of Goldberg. And he'll take it out himself. Adam Little coming behind him. McCumber to his left. Goldberg, sharp angle shot, saved by Nick Rowe. As this can come right back out from McCumber. As he'll dump it down link to the ice. That might go on net. Indeed so no icing. Myers and 4 of Layer going off for a line change. That will bring up Derek Wells. One of the better defensemen that we've been able to see so far on the season. He has 2 assists. He's still looking for his 1st goal. Breeze's pass got chipped out from 29 of Schneider. Back down low, Breeze trying to hold on to it as it's just past his skate. Now it'll come down for the defensive pair for the Polar Bears. Chipping it forward and just out of their reach as it's Goldberg back in their defensive zone. Trying to lift it, comes down for Little. Kuhn will touch it up as James goes spinning down on the ice. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Whether he was pulling off some dance moves or if he was trying to be part of a gentleman's club. Did you hear what I said? He's gonna kill me for that. Jason Hicks set here to take the draw for the Zomponies. Trying to work it forward as it's not able to be cleared out. Shot goes just wide as that was looking for a redirection out in front. It was off the skate of 11 of Rasmussen. One of the names I had previously said quite a bit in the early few games has slowly started to, in a sense, not be as involved, if you will. That's going to go on net of Rowe. He'll have to play it back for Derek Wells. Goes off the skate of a referee. Kuhn able to keep it in. Now it comes down for 29 of Schneider. Schneider looking for a apologies there as he was looking to clear it out of the zone. Having to wait for a touch back in on sides. They are good, but Jason Hicks was able to baseball swing that one down to the ice. Try to get a centering feed over for Crowell. As here comes Strass. Apologies, Crowell with it. Hitting the blue line. Has to get around well. Shot just sent wide. Just about went into the netting. As Rasmussen's going to ring it back behind the net. With Wells there to pick up the change. Crowell backhanding it in. Nearly went off the body of Hicks, which would have been an offsides call there. Luckily it was not. As here comes Wells from the blue line. Drop pass feed. Trying to fire one on. That got a piece of the netminder of Hines. That's thrown into the corner. Just able to hold the blue line there as Wells. Shot from McGovern got sent wide. I have 2 white sweaters on that far side corner. Has McGovern on the back door. Has nobody there trying to push him out. Another centering feed there as Strasser once again comes down to the ice. Just out of the reach of the purple sweater, as it's going to be a D-to-D pass down low for the Polar Bears. Closing out on halfway to go here through this first period. Through the feet of Schneider. Just worked up. Kaufman Moore nearly had a chance there to send it the right way. Crow trying to chip it to himself. Down low for Michael Bailey. Tried to chip it forward for Beck. Instead, it comes right back out for the Polar Bears. As it was looking for Anderson. Anderson not able to hold on to the puck as here comes Crowell speeding through the offensive zone. Shot, shoulder save, rebound gets punched out by Nick Rowe. Martinez not able to hold on to the puck as it's back for the Zomponies in their defensive zone. Trying to chip it over for Bailey. Gets tied up in a skate. As here comes Morgan from the blue line. Just able to get it there as it's out for Bailey. Looking for Kaufman Moore. As it'll come up from McCumber. Just hitting the blue line, trying to dump it down to the near side corner as it went off a stick of Seth Crowell. As here's a chance now for Beck having to win a foot race against McCumber. McCumber able to pinch it right back the other way for the fellow 88 man of Crowell. Now it's Crowell versus McCumber. Taking it down low, drops it back for Bailey. Shot! Just got sent wide. May have got a piece of it from Nick Rowe. As it's right back out in front for Crowell. Shot goes wide once again. As Schneider's trying to take it out. Apologies, there's Morgan fires it up. Just able to get it out of the zone as that got sent wide from the blue line. Looks like that's going to be a call of offsides coming right at the 8:04 mark. Apologies there, could have been a hand pass, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off coming up here. 7:50 to go here in this first period. Shots on goal 7-6 in favor of the Zomponies as they currently lead on the scoreboard as well, 1-0. Thanks to the shot from Kevin DeVault going right over the left shoulder of Nick Rowe. Supposedly my heartbeat's sitting at a 124. Little fires a shot on. Hines has to play that into the corner. Little leaves it back for her. Shot goes right in past the left post. Firing that one in was Mallory Myers, getting her third goal of the season. I thought that hit the outer part of the post and bounced out, but that was just able to squeak by as we have a tie game here at 1 apiece 7 minutes ago in this first period. Alongside shots on goal now being tied up as well at 7 apiece. Wells trying to chip it up forward for Little, just out of his reach. As DeValk will take it back into the defensive zone behind the net of Hines. Here comes a chance now for Hicks. Wells applying the back check, able to negate the shot as it comes down into the near side corner. Hicks diving down to the ice, trying to poke it back in. And now here's a chance for Wells 2-on-2 with Little. Trying to drop it down low, had a Little on the back door. DeValk able to get that in his feet. Well, it's coming the other way for Alex Brown. Myers, the most recent goal scorer. Gonna chip it down low for Little. Just out of his reach. As it's gonna come right back the other way for Adam Breeze. Intercepted. Here's a chance now for the Polar Bears. 6 minutes ago here in this first period. Schneider up high from the right circle. Centering feed to Volk. Clears it out to the far side corner. He'll come away with it. Has Michael Bailey down to his right, but the Polar Bears were able to keep it in for the time being. Goes off the feet of Breeze. Meyer shipping it forward. Back off the right skate of Adam Breeze from the blue line. It's a 3-on-2. Fires one on. Glove. Saved by Rowe. He'll hold on to it. Freezes the puck. 5:30 to go here in this first period. Michael Bay with the draw against Myers. Strasser ends up hitting the ice here once again. Try to get a centering feed. Nobody there on the back door as it's going to come out for Layer. Selton for his first goal of the season. Down low for McGovern. Cross ice feed as it goes up top. Going to be a foot race as the Zomponies, the first one to it. Drops it down low for Strasser. He'll just ring it around down this near side corner. Two men chasing after it at Strasser. And 47 of Kaufman more. Now we got a turnover there from the Polar Bears. As that goes through the skates of Strasser and right back out for the Polar Bears. Here's a chance now for Kuhn. Gets around one, gets around Hicks. Now it's a one-on-one against Crowell. Coming down low, shot, saved. And that's going to be covered up by Jody Hines, keeping this a 1-1 game here. 4:14 to go in the first period. Goffman Moore going back to the bench. Taking his spot will be Justin James, coming out to serve as back behind it goes. Polar Bears with it. Trying to chip one out in front as it comes down for Crowell. Luckily for the Polar Bears, Layer was able to ring it back down. Once again, not able to get it out, but now they will. One man chasing hard. It's Crowell up against the Layer who had the puck. Drops it back for his defensive partner of McCumber. Playing a little bit of pitch and catch there. And his Layer comes up through center ice. Trying to deke around Jason Hicks from the blue line. Has Kuhn down low. He'll drop it to him. Long shot. Gets a piece of the glove of Hines as it's fired right back out into center ice. McCumber going to be the first one to it down low for the Polar Bears. James applying pressure, spinning away with its McCumber. He'll drop it down low for 15. McGovern, who's still attempting to get it out of the zone. Going to be a foot race now. Crowell's able to win this one back. Once again, one of the defensemen here for the Zomponies, but once again, still acting more of a center. Layer behind the net, chipping it forward for McGovern. One-touch feed, but not out. Here's a chance now for Crowell. Crowell with 11 goals on the season, looking for number 12. As that got a piece of a body out in front. Crowell still with it, trying to lift the puck, as that's going to be covered up after about 2 shots. An initial shot coming there from Crowell, and Beck able to poke one right into the the right pad of Nick Rowe. 2:20 to go here in the first period. I'm tired. What? My head hurts too. Trying to fire a shot right off the draw was Breeze. That goes off the body of Wells. There's a man to his left. That's who will give it to. I believe it was Morgan. Indeed so, just out of his reach as DeVolk's going to be back of the zone of Hines. Now gets a turnover. Here's a chance. Fires one on. Goes off a body of possibly Goldberg. Indeed so. As now it's up for 42 of Brown. Down low for Strasser. He has some free real estate here in the neutral zone. Trying to chip it right back up high for Brown. And back out to the neutral zone it goes after a man of the Zomponies hits the ice up on the far side. Try to get a centering feed. Intercepted by Wells. He'll take it in. Up high he goes. Long shot goes wide. Morgan trying to get it out to the point for Anderson. Fires one in from the blue line as that gets chipped out to the corner. Right out in front. Here's a chance out for Wells. Fires one in. Goes off a body out in front. Right there was Wells. The best chance to get goal number 1 of the season. Anderson fires one in. Scores! Derek Wells on the assist. And the Polar Bears take home a 2-1 lead here with 35 seconds to go in the first period. Schneider here against the draw of, I believe, Breeze. Able it back was a Polar Bear, so chip it up high now with 15 seconds to go from the blue line. Cross check, and there's going to be a delayed call there. Goldberg touches it up, so we'll have a penalty here right at the very end of period number 1. We'll take a quick break here and be back here in just a minute. Welcome back here in the second period. Apologies there about the slight delay. 2-1 your score as we're here 15 seconds into the start of period number 2. Goes up high for little as the Polar Bears now going left to right here in the second period. As for the Zomponies, they're going right to left. Myers with it in the neutral zone. She scored 1 so far tonight. That so far was the equalizer right before Gus Anderson was able to fire one home and get the game-winning goal as it stands right now. McCumber chipping it down low. The first one to it is Seth Crowell, who takes it behind the net, trying to get a center feed over for Hicks. That's going to get on length of the ice. Not an icing call there, as this near side refs appeared that Layer was able to touch that puck. Chipping it forward from McCumber, just out of his reach, but able to find a friendly sweater, that being of Zach Kuhn. 3-on-1, fires one, saved by Hines. Rebound shot goes wide, now a chance on the near side. As it comes out to the point from McCumber. Chipping one in, got a stick to it, was Breeze. And now here's a chance now for Crowell. Crowell looking for goal number 12 of the season. From the left circle, back in a shot, toe, saved by Rowe. If Crowell had any lift on that puck whatsoever, he would have been able to get his 12th goal of the season. That would have also been the tying goal here, as the Polar Bears currently have a 2-1 lead. What a momentum change that could be. Chipping back behind the net, Kuhn with it. Throws one out in front, McCumber not able to settle the bouncing puck, as it's right back out into the neutral zone. Layer going off for a line change. That's going to bring up Derek Wells. That's who we'll give it to. Trying to get around Hicks. Hicks fires a stick on it, but couldn't get it away from Wells. Now Kaufman Moore is trying to do the same thing. Able to get around too. Wells still with it. Chips it on the near side. As that's going to go back down that far side post. Hines able to hold on to it. 17:30 to go here in the second period. Indeed, so Hines was able to hold on to it. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears tonight coming tonight with 1 win on the season. That 1 win comes up against the Firestorm, who are as well currently tied up at that spot as well. Kuhn fires one on. That got sent wide. Crowd behind the net nearly got a turnover. Hines will have to cover it up. Had 2 white sweaters standing there right in front of the crease. Now we're under 17 minutes to go here in the second period. Game number 2 will be up here just a handful of minutes after game number 1 comes to a close. That's going to be between the Whalers and the Mighty Ducks. Back out to the neutral zone, has Schneider down low. That's going to be called for an offsides here. 16:30 to go in the second. I know, I'm tired too. Justin James moves from a winger to a center. Not able to win the drawback as it's out for Schneider. Schneider spinning around, trying to get away from Kaufman more as it's worked up for Detrolio. Not able to get it on her stick as that's going to go down the ice for an icing. Now we'll head to an offensive zone faceoff coming up to the blocker side of Nick Rowe. Coming in tonight, gave up 22 goals on the season with a .367 goal against average. Going into game number 2, the Whalers netminder of Dodd sits with a 3.5 goal against average, which is right here in between both the Zomponies and the Polar Bears. As for the Mighty Ducks, it's Daniel Gumford. He's only given up 7 goals all season. Backhanded shot from the near side just about went in as that went off the side of the cage. Goldberg able to keep this one in. Fires one, goes off the skate of Anderson, one of the goal scorers here tonight. Back behind the net it goes, trying to chip it as that's going to go down length of the ice, and that's not going to go on net of Hines. So we'll have a icing call here, 15 minutes to go in the second period. What? Back out to the top. Wells trying to get around to Volk. Wells with it. Fires one, just got sent wide. Detrolio down low, trying to get a centering feed. Right back over from Morgan. That's going to come right on the net of Hines. As there's someone there not too happy. It appears that Bailey threw down Wells to the ice. No harm, no foul there. No penalty called. As Wells came up, gave him a fist bump after that play. Anderson now to take the draw against 14 of Jason Hicks. That goes off a body, trying to get a quick shot right off the draw. As Layer fires one on, that's going to be covered right up in front by Hines once again. So we'll have another offensive zone face-off here for the Polar Bears. Going to have a partial line change here. Adam Little and Myers coming out to take the drop. So it's going to be a new center and a new left wing. Myers able to win this one back, but couldn't hold possession of it. As the Volk will take it down to the near side corner. Has a centering feed. Here's a come for Jason Hicks. Fires one. Just got sticked aside from Layer. As it's up to the far side corner. Now up to the neutral zone as here comes Little. Little drops it down low from McCumber. What a seed pass there as McCumber fires one on. Rebound just got trickled wide. That's kept in from Layer. Works it over for Myers. Fires one. Once again just wide as Goldberg trying to chip one out. The captain for the Zomponies has a chance now. Has some real estate down from the left circle. Shot, scores! Fires this one right over the right pad of Nick Rowe. As the captain gets his 4th goal of the season. Ties this one up at 2 apiece. That's Goldberg's first goal in a handful of weeks. But definitely one of those skaters that you're going to have to be cautious about. Shot from Breeze. That's going to be covered up from Rowe. Good redemption save there. So it's going to come right back into the offensive zone here for the Zomponies. Two full benches here on the night. We've seen some very short benches on the season over the course of the last handful of weeks. One of those teams with a generally a big problem with that is the Firestorm. Out of their last 3 games, if you will, their total number of skaters, including the goalie, if you will, went from 8 to 10 to 10. Just barely enough for 2 full line changes. Or 1 full line change, that is. Negating 1 game where we only had 7 skaters. So the 5 on the ice and 2 subs. Crowell and all alone. Hold shot, scores! Crowell with his 12th goal of the season fires this one down on the ice. Just sent it to the right of Nick Rowe's pad. Slides in between the post and the skate blade, if you will. Increases the... Apologies, here's the Zomponies able to get their lead back for the first time since the first period. As it's 3-2 in favor of the Zomponies. Schneider from the center red line. Lines up, fires one on. A big, juicy rebound on the far side. As Crowell was trying to chip that one out as it's up for McGovern. Trying to fire a shot on as it's out to the right circle. Spinning around, firing one on as that's going to be covered up from Jody Hines. Trying to fire that one on the net was DeTrolio. Has 1 goal in the season. Has 3 assists. That's right up there with the most amount of points for the Polar Bears. Puck's dropped. Kuhn able to get it back to the point. Trying to chip one in the near side corner. Rasmussen will fire it up to the far side. Wells chipping it in. Crowell gets a turnover. Possible 3-on-2. Have some more numbers if they hurry. Crowell centering feed, trying to get it over for James, who's still going to get his first point on the season. As here comes Schneider, trying to get around Rasmussen. Crowell all the way back playing defense here for the Zomponies. Long shot goes off the pad of Hines. As McGovern will pick up the rebound in the corner. Down for Schneider, fires one on. Pad save. A little bit of a baseball catch there, pops that one up to himself. And keeps that one out of the back of net. 3-2's your score. 9:20 to go here in the second. Kuhn set to take the drop against Jason Hicks. Hicks able to work it forward. Backhand shot goes off the side of the cage. Able to get a stick to it was Hines. Nobody there at the point, so it's going to come all the way back down into the offensive zone as Hines will cut it in front of the net. Shot, save, rebound. Comes out in front from a Cumber. Kaufman Moore applying the forecheck as it's going to be right back down the other way. And just out of the reach of Farron rolls. Ships it to the neutral zone. Polar Bears with it. From the blue line. Blair fires. Got a piece of the netminder of Hines. Rebound once again right out in front of him. Nobody there to, in a sense, tap that one in. So he'll cover it up and that'll be a defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Zomponies. Able to work it up and out where the Zomponies to the neutral zone. Not too happy there about that face-off. As it's back down for Goldberg behind the net. He scored 1 goal so far tonight, that being his 4th goal of the season. As here comes an out for Jason Hicks. He's had a couple opportunities to fire some good shots. As that's going to be right down in front of Rowe. A long shot there from the blue line. It's going to be covered up and held on to. Down to 7:35 to go here in the second period. Yeah. Here's a chance now for the Polar Bears. Michael Bailey applying the back check. Backhanded shot. Glove saved by Hines. And he'll show that one off, holding it there for a couple of seconds. one of the better chances we've seen of the Polar Bears trying to tie this one up here once again. They fell behind 1-0. Were able to take a 2-1 lead, and now they trail it 3-2. Out to the point, Schneider. Over for Wells. Gets the turnover. Here comes Jason Hicks. Wells applying the back check. Once again, another shot that was negated as two men go crashing hard into the boards. Now it's out to the point, DeValk. DeValk scored one so far on the night, trying to drop it down low. Goes just out of his reach as Schneider will take it right back the other way. From the blue line. Drops it down low. Cross-ice feed, trying to get it over to Little. As here it comes for Wells. Sharp angle shot, goes right out in front. That's me cleared down length of the ice. James not able to get a piece of it, so there will be an icing call. 5:45 to go here in the second period. I'm going to go a couple minutes without talking. I'm going to rest my voice. Apologies here about the short broadcast. Not short, if you will, but the breaks in action, if you will. I've had a little bit of a sore throat here lately, so trying to give my voice a little bit of a rest here. But I will be back here in just a couple of seconds. Here comes Crowell, and onside shot goes wide. Down low it goes for Myers, trying to get it out. Apologies there to Trolio, trying to work it out as it's out to the point for Rasmussen. His shot gets blocked out in front by Layer. As it's up tie now for Crowell, he scored one. Coming in, shot, trying to fire one home on the backhand was, I believe that was DeValk, but Myers was able to clear the zone. Now Trolio hits the ice as McCumber will work it up high for Little. Try to drop it back down low for Myers. And Strasser will drop it back to DeValk as it'll go, attempted to go right back the other way. Crowell has it back behind the net. Cross ice feed's going to be intercepted by McCumber right in the neutral zone. Long shot there. It's going to be sent aside from Jody Hines. It's back out for Crowell, working it forward. Full head of speed comes Crowell. That's one man to beat its Layer. Down low, got to stick to his Layer as it's down to the corner. Hicks trying to fire a backhanded pass out. And here comes now a 3-on-2. Now a 3-on-3 with a back check and Crowell. Rasmussen trying to work it out. Myers able to keep it in. Back down low for Crowell. Scoffman more to his left, have Tuman up top. DeValk to his right now as Crowell comes down low from the left circle. From the slot, shot, glove, save by Rowe. Flashing the leather there, 2:12 to go here in the second period. Out to the point, fires one as that goes high and wide. Down low for Schneider, trying to work it out. Over for Coon as it's back up high now for Wells. And on sides, Wells still with it. Trying to get a centering feed off the skid of Fairgrounds. As the Zomponies were able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Dumping it down and deep. First one to it's going to be the captain of Goldberg. He scored one so far in the night. Now trying to get a centering feed as it's out for Hicks. Up high for Beck. Schneider with the back check. Here's a chance now for Hicks. Winds up, fires, goes off the body of Wells. And right back over for Beck. Has Kaufman more on the front door trying to find the feed over to him. The Volk with a shot from the point. Gets bodied out in front from Schneider. That's going to come down low for Fairgrounds. 3-on-2 as they hit the blue line. Fairgrounds trying to fire a shot on. They'll just ring around as it goes up high, trying to get it over from McGovern. Instead it will find Wells. Beck nearly able to get a turnover there at the point. As it's come right back down low on the near side for Fairgrounds. Trying to work it out to the point. Instead it's going to be picked up by the Zomponies as here comes Hicks up high. Has Beck at the blue line with them. Hicks, quick shot, save, rebound. Comes down low. Kaufman Moore sends one wide. The Volk at the point. Drops it down with 7. Trying to get a one-time feed. That's going to be pinched right back off, and that's going to do it here for the second period. As the buzzer hit 0. A quick intermission here as we'll get set for the third and final frame. 3-2 is your score in favor of the Zomponies.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Welcome back here to the start of the third and final period. Behind the net it goes with Crowell. He'll chip it forward. Zomponies going back left or right here in this third period. An icing call here will send things back down to the left side. 30 seconds gone here in the third period. Woo! Gonna take another break here. Just a couple moments to rest my voice for part of game number 2 here tonight between the Mighty Ducks and the Whalers. Shot scores! McCumber from the top side close to the right circle gets his first goal of the season. And what a goal there that ties this one up 3 apiece. We have ourselves a game here in the third and final period, all knotted up at 3. A brand new game at that. Here comes Crowell having to beat McCumber. In all alone, scored 1 so far in the night. Save made by Rowe off the shoulder, had him down and out, but Crowell not able to lift the puck. Came in like a steam engine. Hicks with another chance there, firing one. Came off the skid of hail. Alex Brown, that is. As it's going to go back down the other way, just out of the reach of the netminder. So we'll have an icing call here. 17:49 to go in the third period. Strasser had a chance there to get his first goal of the season. Had a row out of it, but just not able to poke that one home. As it's right back in, have a tie up matchup here in the third period. Ever so slowly creeping up to the halfway point. Trolio trying to fire one on. That's going to be covered up by Hines. Once again, a 3-3 game here. 16:35 to go in the third. Shots on goal, 28-17. In favor of the Polar Bears. Wells not able to hold this one. Gonna be a foot race the other way. Schneider with it. Through the neutral zone he goes. Has some reinforcements coming. Decides to fire one as that got sent wide. Has a little down low in the corner. Chipping it back up high. Sharp angle shot as Myers was trying to tap this one home. Myers to the point. Fires one in. Tipped out in front from DeValk. Not able to clear it out as it's out for Wells down low. Trying to find a centering feed, if you will. Comes out for a Zomponies. They'll take it right back the other way. Being forechecked by Myers. So a long shot there goes on the net of Rowe. Going to be played now behind him for Wells. Up forward for Little. Cross ice feed finds a Polar Bear as they hit the blue line. Trying to drop it down low just out of the reach of Hicks. Nearly too many men there as it hit McCumber's skate. With his teammates still down on the ice. Down low, Hicks with a shot. Gets sent off the back glass as Hicks will try and fire one back out in front. Trying to lift one up with Strasser. Had another chance there for his first goal of the season. That's going to be cleared down now. 14:50 to go here in this third period. Goldberg fires one. Glove save and clear to the corner. Centering feed as there's nobody there but Strasser as that got sent wide. Fahrenholtz trying to clear it out. Being pressured with the Volk. Fahrenholtz still with it in the corner. Falling down, not able to get it out. Up high, Kuhn now pressuring with Bailey. Over from McCumber, but not able to clear it out. Just out of the reach of Jason Hicks. Here comes Layer. Trying to get around to Volk. Fires one on. Stick down to the corner. Cleared once again back behind the net. Now cleared out from Goldberg, at least for the time being. McCumber to the point has scored one from right there just a couple of minutes ago. Tying this one up at 3. As it appeared that Michael Bailey threw a man down to the ice. No call here. And it looks like they're not too happy about it. Chipping it down into the ice. That should go for an icing. And it will. 13:30 to go here in this third period. Whenever you want to. Shot scores from the top of the circles. It's Derek Wells. Wells with his first goal of the season, and a big one there, just like Mike McCumbers a handful of minutes ago. Gives the lead right back to the Polar Bears. 4-3's your score. Now the Polar Bears are looking to add some insurance to it. It's going to go down length of the ice. Wells is going to be behind the net to pick up the change. Wells with an assist and a goal here on the night. What a night from him. If I was able to pick out 3 stars, as it stands right now, I would give one over to Wells. Morgan up to the corner. Over for Wells from the right circle. Sharp angle shot goes right through the crease. Schneider chipping it down for Morgan. Centers it. Oh, geez, that was Schneider looking for Morgan. Wells trying to get a centering feed. Had a man there on the back door. Anderson now looking for that tip in. Schneider able to hold in the blue line. Delayed offsides. No. Could have been a hand pass or a high stick. As here comes Crowell. Definitely one of those men that you don't want to be around here, as he could tie the game up after just one shot of the puck. That's cleared out. Down length of the ice it goes. Could go for an icing. And indeed it is. Netminder of Hines was coming out of his net to play it. 11:08 to go here in the third and final period. Shots on goal, 31-21 in favor of the Polar Bears. Both netminders staying true to their 3 and above goal against average here on the night. As it stands right now, for Jody Hines, it's with a 3.3, and for Nick Rowe, it's a 3.67. 2 men hit the ice down below. It's between Hale and McCumber. That's going to go on net of Hines, no icing. Picking up the change appears indeed a Zompony. So he'll chip it forward for Breeze. Breeze trying to get it over for Rasmussen, just out of his reach. As here comes Krell. And on sides. Having to beat Layer. Still with it, taking it behind the net. Wrap around, centers over for Hale. Had it on the backhand as Rasmussen will try and fire a backhanded shot home. Myers will fire it back behind her net. Krell's there to pick up the change. Dumps it back deep here once again. Myers with it. Myers being pressured by James and now Crowell. They she'll dump it in behind the net. Rasmussen the first one to it. Trying to get around Adam Little. Can't happen as it goes up high now for Kaufman Moore. As he picks up the loose change. Under 10 to go here in the third. Crowell drops it back for Breeze. Trying to fire a shot on. As Little's able to clear this right back out to the neutral zone. Rasmussen not able to hold on to it as it's cleared in deep. A foot race now between Krell and Atrolio. Krell behind the net, gonna take it from the goal line. Looking to take it coast. Gets tripped up from Kuhn. There's gonna be a call on that. Delayed call, so here's a chance now for Jason Hicks. Gotta stick to it, was the Polar Bear, so we will have a penalty here. 8:40 to go, and it looks like it's going to be indeed Zach Kuhn. A big power play opportunity here from the Zomponies. This will take us down to the 6:40 mark. As it's able to be won back by the Zomponies. Out to the point, just in the skates of Goldberg. Fires one on, got tipped wide from Jody Hines. From Jason Hicks, that is. Hicks trying to poke it home. Just able to cover it was Rowe. What a save there on the penalty kill, that is. Not a save bigger than that one from Rowe. 90 seconds here on the penalty. Once again, that was a tripping on Kuhn. Not able to be cleared out. Here's Goldberg. Trying to go down low. Kaufman Moore trying to fire one on. Still loose in the feet. To the point it goes for Goldberg. Saucer pass down low. Centers it. Nobody there to clear it out until now. And length of the ice we go. 60 seconds to go here on the man advantage. 7:38 to go here in this third period. Once again, a big power play opportunity here from the Zomponies. The Vault trying to find it over to Hicks. Chipping it back in as here comes Wells. Short-handed opportunity. From the center right line, he'll dump it in deep. Looks like he nearly tried to put it on net of Hines as that one got sent wide. Down to 30 seconds to go. The Vault from the blue line. Shot! Save made by Rowe. Up high for Strasser. Not able to hold on to it. As now it's for DeValk. Backhands it over for Goldberg. Still waiting to retouch back in on sides. As here we go with 10 seconds on the power play. Goldberg with it. Being pressured by McCumber. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And nearly a chance there for the Polar Bears to get one going back the other way. Gotta stick to it in on offsides, that is. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 6:25 to go here in the third period. Centering feed right out in front because here comes a backhanded shot. Goes right into the skates of a Polar Bear as it goes up high for Anderson. Just got to stick to it with Rasmussen now closing in on 5 minutes to go. Polar Bears surveying their options. Looks it out forward from McCumber. Cross-ice feed. Got to stick to it was Morgan but couldn't hold on to it. As that's going to be cleared back out to the neutral zone. As here comes Beck. He'll dump it in deep from the blue line. Puck battle going up the far side between Petrolio and Alex Brown. From the far side circle, backhanded shot. Goes behind the net of Rowe. As it's down low for the Polar Bears. Got to stick to it was Krell, but not able to hold on to the blue line. Rasmussen will dump it in deep as McCumber will ring it out. Once again, nearly a chance there for too many men. No icing nonetheless. 4:30 to go. Ringing it down low. Able to hold on to it. Now is Anderson. Fires one on. Tipped out in front. Goes off the body of a Zomponi. Believed to be Seth Crowell. From the blue line. Crowell looking in for goal number 2. Has Hicks in front of the net. Finds Hicks. Shot. Saved. Rebound, trying to get it over for Brown. The puck still just sitting there. Not able to be cleared out to the point. Down low for Crowell, trying to get around Little. Crowell still with it. Ends up losing it for a moment. That's going to be a puck battle between McCumber and Rasmussen. No icing there as that's sent down length of the ice. Crowell with it, trying to get her on a forward, checking Adam Little. Quick shot there from the far side of Myers, looking for her second goal of the night. Comes down low, Hicks able to chip it out just a hair too far now. Just over 180 seconds remaining in period number 3. Almost time here for the netminder of Hines to be pulled, if they're thinking about doing it. Over for Hicks, trying to get a backhanded feedback over for Rasmussen. Instead, that goes down, linked to the ice. No icing as we hit under 3 minutes ago here in this third period. Yep, stop clock. Wells up to the corner, battling with Rasmussen. Rasmussen ended up losing a stick. Shot goes wide, trying to pack it home on the near side. Not a big enough rebound there, so it's back down to the corner. Stuck in the skates of Breeze. Backhanding it behind the net, but nobody there. Fairgrounds trying to clear it out. Now it's over for Kaufman Moore to the point. Rasmussen down low, trying to get one over for Breeze. Netminder still in the net for now. Trying to poke it home. Here's Breeze. Backhands it to Goldberg. Fires! Blocked out in front by Wells. You can tell that stung him just a tad. Wells able to get a turnover. He has some time to kill. Over 90 seconds. Comes down low. Here comes Adam Little. Goal here would be huge. Goes off the backboards, and now we're closing in on 90. Here comes Breeze, trying to skate it to himself. Myers overskates it. Under 90 to go. From the blue line to the skates of Rasmussen, that is, apologies. Up high for Bailey. He'll dump it in. Stick to side to the corner. And we have ourselves a Zomponies empty net. Shot comes down low, trying to backhand it just through the paint. Myers to the corner, trying to work it up. That's going to go down length of the ice for an icing, as we have stop clock here. Down to 53 seconds. A 1-goal game here between the Polar Bears and the Zomponies. Polar Bears currently in the lead here, looking to get their second win of the season and get themselves out of 6th place in the division. As for the Zomponies, they're looking to find a way to claw their way back into this one with the empty net. Over for DeVoe. Fires one in. Just misses wide. 45 to go. It's Breeze chipping one. Crowell with a backhanded shot. That's going to be covered up by Rowe. He'll hold on to it. And now we have a puck stop, or clock stoppage, if you will, within a 3-goal game in the final 3 minutes of this third period. As we're all set, Crowell to the point. Fires one, scores! Tie game! Naval gets his second goal of the night, and just like that, we're scored 4-4, 43 seconds to go here in the period. Five-on-five hockey with Hines going back to the net. Here comes Crowd. That's going to be called in for an offsides. 33.3 left to go here on the clock. Looks like we're just about destined here for overtime. Macumber up the far side, just out of the reach of Martinez, as it's over for DeVolk, who's currently looking for his hat trick. As that's me played down low, intercepted by Lair. Down low for McGovern. Shot gets blocked. 14 seconds to go. Here's some numbers here for Goldberg, looking for goal number 2. Shot, save, rebound, comes down low. With 4 seconds to go, Hick's shot goes wide. With 1 second, that will do it here for regulation. I'll take another quick break here, and we'll go into a 5-minute overtime frame. 4-4 is your score, going into OT. Coming back here into this overtime frame, it's going to be 4-on-4 for 3 minutes. No score from here. We'll head to a shootout. Rasmussen from the blue line trying to skate it in. Myers able to get a turnover to Wells. Wells to the far side corner, being pressured by one purple sweater. As another man hits the deck there, appeared to be 25 of Zach Kuhn. Krause scored 2. He's looking for his hat trick as well. Over for Schneider. Shipping it up the far side, kept in for now. As it's backhanded back the other way. Now is a chance down low. Here comes Wells. He scored 1 on the night. He's had 1 assist. This overtime winner would just about clinch him for star number 1 if we did something of that sort. Tip just got sent wide. Got a piece of Hines. Not able to clear the zone. Wells has it in. Trying to get a centering feed out to the point. Fires one in. Goes off a body out in front. Rasmussen clears it up high. Brown works it out to the neutral zone. 1:50 to go here in this 4th period, if you will. This first overtime frame. Kuhn down low. It only takes 1 shot. Up into the netting we go. Clock stops. 1:40 to go here in overtime. It's going to be Anderson set to take the drop against James. That's not who I'd have here in this situation, but nonetheless, that's who they give it to. And as expected, it was able to be won back by the Polar Bears. Down low for Layer. Winds up, fires. Tipped out in front, goes back behind the net. Down for Anderson. Calling for it is 4 of Layer, as here comes Goldberg. Shipping up to himself, looks just like he did at the closing seconds of regulation. Out in front. Hold shot! Saved by Rowe! Once again, there's another opportunity. And if the forward was able to just lift the puck, that would be a sure goal there against Rowe. As for the Polar Bears, glad they did not. As we sit with 1:10 to go here in the period. Goldberg got the turnover, but ended up falling down in the process, now covering up the puck. Draws the whistle there, 55 seconds to go in the period. One of the best games we've seen on the season. A couple minutes ago, we seen that the Polar Bears were leading in shots on goal by 10. And now they only lead it by 3, 33-30. Under a minute to go. Coming down low for the Polar Bears. It's for Lair looking for his first goal of the season. And no time a bigger one from the left circles. Being pressured by DeVolk out in front, trying to poke it home with Schneider. As here comes a chance now for the Zomponies. It's DeVolk looking for his hat trick goal. Down low, long shot goes off the post and stays out. James trying to fire one home. Goldberg staying back in the defensive zone here to play defense against the Trolio. Shot sticked aside by Hines. To the corner, goes with 10. Well, 5 seconds, this will just about do it. Fires a slap shot in, that's gonna go wide. And we have ourselves a shootout here in game number 1 of the night between the Polar Bears and Zomponies. We'll take another quick 1-minute break here before we head into shootout round number 1. Here we go. Looking for shootout round number 1, and it appears that skater number 1, it's going to be Joe Strasser coming up here against Nick Rowe. Also is blown, and here we go, set for attempt number 1. Coming in right through Broadway, long shot. That's been gloved down and held on to from Rowe. So a 0 here in round number 1. Here for round number 2, it looks like it's going to be number 4 of Lair, looking for goal number 1 of the season. Once again through Broadway, down low on the backhand. Stick to side was Hines as Lair hits the ice. Not able to get a shot off there as we sit scoreless through round number 1. For round number 2, looks like it's going to be 42 of Alex Brown. Indeed so. Once again, another attempt here right from Broadway from the circles. Holding. Got him down, fires a shot on. Tried to send it through the 5-hole. This one's going to be covered up once again from Rowe. He's perfect through 2 rounds. Coming here to the home half of the second. McGovern taking it in. A little bit faster here against Hines. Shoot, scores! Able to get this one right past Hines was McGovern. And now comes Adam Breeze. Possibly a must goal situation here. Adam Breeze, forehand, holding, not able to lift it. As this one stays out once again. And that will do it. It was a best of 3. And McGovern's goal will be the game winner coming in the second round of the shootout. So final score here in this one. The Polar Bears take this one home 5. The Zomponies 4.